Good morning, fellas. Welcome to our PokeMMO stream recap. Today is the beginning of day 17 within the PokeMMO Shiny War, and things are hitting, bro. Things are getting intense. Things are getting insane. People are going dry. Let me show you one of the elements of absolute fuckery that has happened to our team during Shiny War. Okay, Jooshy just broke his dry streak of 180,000 encounters and got himself a Swinub for +3 points. What a fucking soldier. What a gamer to continue going and to keep chucking along, bro. We've had me go 140k dry. We had XRD/Stark go 148k dry, and then Jooshy went 180k dry. But right before this hunt, Jooshy also happened to go 134k dry. And this was also hit during war. Now, obviously, all of these encounters were done prior to war, but this is crazy. To go back-to-back dry hunts, 134k into 178k during Shiny War. Both of these hunts are during war. It's ridiculous. It's unbelievable. There are astronomical fucking forces happening, bro, that are fucking against us. But I'm sure every Shiny War team feels like this. I hate to blame RNG, but there's been some really fucking crazy RNG on our team. And all you can do, what do you do? What do we do, chat? What do you do when RNG has you down? You keep motherfucking going because you cannot control it. You cannot worry about it. All you do is get your encounters in. I just hit 26,666 on the dot. Okay, we get our encounters in. Okay. I'm over here at Panpour today. This is a huge Gamba spot. I'm gonna be honest. It's a huge Gamba spot, but I'm hoping our team's RNG evens out. Okay, Deerling is +3 points. Panpour is +53. It is worth the Gamba. It's a 0.81 point per hour spot, I believe. Panpour being +53. Getting a shiny Panpour here would be the equivalent of getting an egg shiny. This is the only way that I can get something this high of points as an Ironman account. There's not really any other way, because all my fossils, all my mysterious balls are gone. This would be my best chance to get a super high point shiny as an Ironman account. So I'm gonna do my best, man. Hope to get as many encounters as possible and be on a roll. I am down to 15,800 Lepa berries. I have been cranking. I just realized this morning that I did 18,000 encounters yesterday. I went from 8,000 encounters to start the day, ending at 26,000 encounters. 18,000 encounters yesterday, slept 6 hours. Here we are today. We're fucking gaming, boys. We're getting the job done. We're getting the work in. Shiny War comes before everything during this time period, and that's just how it is. Things are getting a little extreme, okay? But that's how Shiny War is. Thankfully, it's only a temporary period of time. Now, I do have a leaderboard update for y'all. Leaderboard update, ETG is sitting about 500 points ahead of Eclipse, man. It's been a crazy swing, one that we've seen earlier in the war as well. So I'm still rooting for Eclipse, of course. They can still do it. It is still anyone's game, but as an Eclipse fan, it's disheartening. It's rough. It's tough. I can only imagine how it feels to them. But from what I was hearing, they were feeling pretty motivated and feeling like good underdogs. You got Beans there chilling, doing their thing, vibing, Shmeeman. Love Team Beans. Love Uxie. You got ETG Team 2, who has just popped the fuck off, gotten a ton of points, and skyrocketed up, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's really fucking impressive, man. They just take their shit seriously. They get the job done. They grind really fucking hard. You got the Minchi Dynasty up there at 5th place. You got Kraken at 6th place, Rad at 7, BYD at 8. They've fallen a few places, but who cares? They're still in top 10. They're still gaming. They're still vibing. Good for them. You got Cinema at 9th place, and then my team at 10th place, with the 11th place team only about 150 points behind us. That's not a comfortable lead. It's not. I'm not feeling comfortable. I'm not feeling safe with our 10th place placement. I spent 3 months farming berries and more months than that preparing for this Shiny War, and we could all see it slip away in terms of placements. But Shiny War is a game of your beliefs constantly being tested. It's a trial and tribulation, and you have to remind yourself. And I know this logically, and it's hard to remember emotionally at all times, but you just got to remind yourself, as long as you put in the hours and the work, that's all that matters. All you can control is your encounters and your hours played. I did 18,000 encounters yesterday. I'm pushing 17 hours a day during war. I am happy with my performance, and I will be proud of my performance no matter what. I don't care if my team finished 51st place, you know? As long as I can do what I can do and control myself, that's all I could have done. If I average... My goal going into this was to average 13.3 points a day, or hours a day, excuse me. My goal heading into this was to average 13.33 hours a day so that I could log at least 400 hours during Shiny War. And I thought that was even over ambitious. I've crushed my goal. I've absolutely destroyed my goal. I am on pace for, I don't need 450, 460 hours in War. Something stupid, something ridiculous. And this is my final hurrah. This is my last big Shiny War that I will take this seriously, and especially it being on an Ironman account. So you're damn right, I'm going to push all my buttons and push all my limits and do what I can do here. But it's just a really impressive showing to all these, dude, everyone is feeling this way. Everyone, there's 360, 390, whatever, hundreds of players behind these teams you see on your screen that all feel the same way that I do right now. I'm not special. I'm not some, lone soldier. Everyone feels this way. Everyone is fighting. That's the beauty of it. It is just pure passion, duking it out and seeing who wins. That's all it is, man. That's the beauty of goddamn Shiny Wars. Now, I have one more little thing to cover today for the stream recap intro. Dude, it's a fun, crazy catch event. Shout out to someone in chat mentioned this. Shout out to whoever it was. Let me go see if I can grab their name really quick. Give them Tyler. Dude, shout out to Tyler who shouted this out. He was like, you know what? There's a crazy Beijing time zone catch event. A crazy Beijing time zone catch event with really good points. Okay? Or with really good rewards. And there is, man. It's a Mareep catch event coming up on the 22nd of August. If you don't know, you can go over to the PokeMMO Chinese forums and you can translate with Google Chrome and you can show up to these catch events. There's nothing wrong with that, of course, as long as you can make it to your time zone. These are like 4 a.m. my time, so they're pretty bad for me. Australian players, Beijing time zone events are usually better for you than the other time zone events. So try to do these if you can. 2000 Beijing time, Johto Route 42. You have 1 hour to catch Mareeps, and that's it. And the prizes for this, now from my understanding, a lot of these Beijing time zone catch events are funded by the community, which is why some of these prizes are like this sometimes, because I don't think these are not official prizes handed out by the devs. They're community funded events. But there's a shiny Charizard, 4x31 shiny Charizard up for grabs. HP, defense, SPDF, and speed. So you can make it physical or special. That's what's honestly really nuts, is that it's like so perfectly statted like that. Plus a lucky golden dragon mount. And then second place is a shiny Crawdont, 5x31, which is crazy. And then another mount up for grabs. And then third place is a Bisharp, a shiny Bisharp with some good stats, it seems like. And then a lucky golden dragon mount. And then fourth place is also a lucky golden dragon mount. So some really crazy prizes. Really good prizes. What's a lucky dragon mount cost right now? Like, I'm pretty sure that's more than the RP you would normally get. 7 mil. So that's like, bro, those alone, that's like what, 7 times 4, 28? That's 28 million Pokeyen of mounts being given out in that one event, let alone the shinies. That's amazing. Yeah, I'll link this in chat. Tom who asked. Dude, that's crazy. That's like really good prizes. So if you can make it to that one, if it's doable for you, definitely check it out. That is an extremely lucrative catch event, for generous catch event for sure. Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski. Welcome to our PokeMMO Achievement Showcase, and I'm actually going to start this Achievement Showcase off by buying this shiny tentacle for 1.5 million Pokeyen on the main account. I'm going to try to flip it and probably sell for about 2.1. It's not often I include a flip like that in the Achievement Showcase, but I think it was a pretty decent deal. It was a female tentacle, and markets may change by the time you see this, but I think 2.1 is a very fair price for that, and I'm hoping I can get a nice little flip on it, but we'll see how time tells that tale. So let's go and actually get into our Achievement Showcase for today, though, and see what we are working with. Fuck it, we do it live. Give me 1 second. Boom. People shit posting. First things first, we've got BK Rabbit. Okay, new player here, been playing for about a month and a week, so 5 weeks. Am I Wet Boys? I like the Am I Wet Boys opening. Is definitely a classic start. They've got 524 hours, okay, and they've got how many shiny Pokemon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's really crazy here is like the amount of encounters that they've done within those 524 hours. This guy is gaming. Like, is he a little bit wet? Sure. 9,000 encounters, 12,000 encounters, 2,000 encounters. Pretty wet. But like, this guy's fucking earning his shit. He's gaming. He's grinding. To have this amount of total encounters in this amount of time is like really nuts, in my opinion. He went 35k for the Mankey and 30k for the Pikachu. I think these are like pretty earned shunts. Maybe a little bit wet, but this is a very impressive. And he has 5 million Pokeyen. Dude, what is your progress? And like complete Pokedex. This guy's just gaming. I would say he's not basically wet. He's actually just fucking gaming, and he fucking earned all of his shit. So congratulations to you, BK Rab. I think you're a very impressive new player in my eyes. Next up is Fabled XRL. First ever shiny, got it while on the way to the Hoenn Elite Four, and got it randomly at 1900 total encounters. 31 attack IV Hariyama. I love Hariyama. Honestly, an underrated shiny hunt, one that I still have to do. It's an HP EV training spot as well, so you can passively go for that shunt. A really cool Pokemon that not enough people I think go for, in my opinion. Hariyama's also like a really unique Pokemon in general, let alone the shiny with the big pink hands, right? Next up, Iron Crowder. We got ourselves an Iron Man accomplishment, okay, fellas? Yesterday, I completed a big feat on my Iron Man account. I have maxed out the Alpha Pokedex for what is available to Iron Man accounts. This is probably my most proud achievement so far, as it should be. To put it into perspective, here's my Alpha Pokedex. I think I'm the guy who like largely popularized the Iron Man account. I don't take credit for inventing it because honestly, I just took it from RuneScape, and I'm sure there were other people playing self-sufficient accounts before ever I started this challenge, okay? But as the person who popularized it and made a little series about it and yada, 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 I have 2,200 hours played, okay? A lot of time, and I've done a lot of grinds, and I've played the Iron Man account relentlessly for the past a little bit over a year. I have 195 caught Alpha Pokedex. I have over 100 less Pokemon in my Alpha Dex than Crowder does. This guy specifically gunned for this challenge, and it is such an interesting, such a cool achievement, such an interesting one. There's no like logical benefit aside from just completionist and accomplishment. And to do that on an Iron Man account takes way more resources than a main, and it's fucking sick. I adore this. I love this. So shout out to Crowder for doing something fucking so cool, so original, and achieving something so grand on an Iron Man account, no less. Congratulations, dude. Next up, this guy got himself a fucking shiny Chansey, single encountering, 9,000 encounters. It is 31 attack, unfortunately, but dude, this is crazy, man. 9,000 encounter, shiny Chansey, got it with a lore, OT number 26, and it's their first rare. I assume they were either legendary hunting or ditto farming. Either way, the most massive congratulations. This is the cool. I think Chansey is like such a fucking good rare shiny, like one of the it's like top 20 shinies maybe in the game. I think Chansey's really, really fucking cool. Congratulations to you, man. Next up, we got ourselves a shiny Beldum from Sifu. I actually covered this randomly like in like a stream recap because he linked it to me and it was so cool. He randomly egged this, 20,000 in total encounters, 1,800 Beldum encounters. Sifu, congratulations. A dream shiny for so many people. A very cool shiny. I don't know if there's many people who don't think that getting a shiny Metagross or a Beldum or a Metang is really fucking cool, because it is very fucking cool. And here we got Mercus taking down the rank 1 player. Dude, it is an accomplishment. It is a cool fucking thing, dude, like to take down such a high ranked player. And it's a testament to how impressive, how these players are so good. Lucia here, how these players are so good that it becomes an accomplishment even just to defeat them. So honestly, it's a lot of credit to the rank 1 player, and then credit to Mercus for shaving off a win, right? It is tough to beat those guys. Next up, we've got a journey, a tale to be told from 9. I wanted to share my journey getting shiny Salamence, because it was the most grueling hunt for me so far in this game. Numbers are estimates, as I've been hunting this since 2024, so way before the encounter counter was added. Total encounters, I guesstimate around 475,000. Bagon and Sheldon encounters, about 100k. 18 phases. What the fuck? For reference, this is supposed to be a 4-phase shiny hunt, I believe, on average. 4 phase, and then you get the Bagon. So 5 shiny hunts in total. This is meant to be a 500-hour shiny hunt on average, because you have to do 5 single encounter shunts at about 100 hours apiece. So 500 hours is the expected amount of hours, and 5 shinies in total, okay? He instead got almost 1,600 hours on this grind. 18 phases, 1 being a secret shiny. And look, oh my god, look at this. A Crobat, 2 Soul Rocks, 2 Lunatones, another Solrock, a Golbat, another Solrock, another Lunatone, another Golbat, another Golbat, another Lunatone, 2 more Golbats, why not? Add it to the pile, a Solrock, a secret shiny Lunatone, and then 2 more Lunatones. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total Solrocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total Lunatones, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total Golbats. He got like 6 of each Pokemon on the way to his one beautiful, gorgeous Salamence. And I am glad by the time you finally caught the Salamence, it came out with pretty good stats. Because look at this, 31 attack, 29 plus attack. It could go mixed, 20 plus def, 20 plus speed, missing HP and defense a little bit, 27,000 encounters. Oh, this is a fucking legendary hunt, man. This is a legendary. To go 18 phases instead of 5 at a hunt is just unfathomable. I feel like we can't beat this for today. So this is going to be a shorter achievement showcase, but this is where I'm going to go ahead and call it 9. Thank you for sharing such an amazing accomplishment and such an amazing journey with us. These are the stories that we get to tell while playing PokeMMO, and especially the stories that get created during Shiny War. Obviously, this one wasn't during that, but I'm hopeful that during this war, there's already some stories being crafted. Thank you for watching another PokeMMO achievement showcase. If you want to see your own achievements featured, check out the achievement showcase chat linked in my Discord, which is always linked below every stream and every video. And if you want to go above and beyond and support, you guys know how to do that. Let's just go ahead and jump into the rest of the stream for today. Okay, I'm not usually super interested in hosting tournaments, and the odds of me hosting a tournament like this are so low, and so like it's so low on my priority list. I have many other things that I want to do post Shiny War, okay, before this. But I don't want to Shiny Hunt for a while after Shiny War. But Dupe MMO just said, Pat, you need to host organize and host a Shiny World Cup. Only 1 team per country. I mean, dude, that would be fucking sick. It would be really, really fucking cool. You just have to do that. You have to go all out. You got to do that well is the problem. And it'd have to be like, we'd probably do that. If we did that, you would do a more bracket style thing where it's like 1 week. It'd probably be like week by week, like team versus team. Like it'd be like Portugal versus Brazil, or it'd be like a World Cup where it's a bracket, and you would do shorter bursts of shunting, so there'd be more RNG and less like overall skill. The longer the war goes on, the more skill based. You'd have to do it to a bracket like that. How many countries would be able to get teams though? It'd be really hard. That would be so much to organize, and probably will just stay theoretical for the longest time, but maybe one day. Very cool idea. I love the idea, Dupe. Someone said, is PokeMMO the biggest it's ever been right now? I don't know, and obviously that's just based off of vibes and conjecture anyway. It's really close. This Shiny War seems to have brought so many, the war plus the encounter chains seems to have brought so many people back. It's impossible to tell, but I can still make a guesstimation. So everything I say is a guesstimation. Feel free to disagree. The thing that I think of is 2023 Johto release. 2023 Johto release, I think, was like the most popular it's been, and the ever by far. And then I think with legendaries and stuff as well, and the consistency there, I don't know if Shiny War, but it's hard to tell. I'm also playing the game so many hours a day, so I'm like warped. My inkling would be to say it's not as popular as that, but I think I would say like the graph of PokeMMO's popularity over the past 5 years has just been like, it's like start over here. It's been like burrow. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like it takes dips and it goes down. Don't get me wrong. It's not like just a straight line up, but it's like constantly like PokeMMO has just been getting more and more popular over the past 5 years. So is it at its like absolute peak popularity right now? I don't know. It's really close. Could it be headed that? I think one good event season, bro. I think one good event season update, one like could really spike it to the new peak for sure. We'll have to see, man. We'll have to see. I think this event season could change the trajectory of PokeMMO permanently for the next year or so. Like I think most event seasons have the opportunity to change they like set the tone of the game for the next year, in my opinion. So it's a big deal. I'm rooting for this Halloween, dude. Dude, we have the fastest, who is my opinion, one of the most underrated grinders in PokeMMO, and they also stream. They just streamed, from what I'm hearing, like 28 hours into 8 hours sleep into a 16-hour stream. So please go check out the fastest on Twitch. Really underrated Twitch streamer, streaming PokeMMO consistently, as well as grinding the event consistently. They're sitting at over 200,000 encounters in Shiny War, over 10,000 eggs. They've hit 3 different shinies in Altering Cave. So they're an Altering Cave Menace, 41k for Fortress, beautiful shiny. All of these 47k for Bisharp. And then 19, none of these are even uber lucky. Then 19k for Panseer. None of these are even uber lucky. The double 47, 41k is crazy. Beautiful shinies, beautiful hunts, beautiful grinds, incredibly fucking impressive shit from the fastest. Check them out on Twitch, dude. They've been doing crazy, crazy grinds, and they deserve more support and love. Okay, I stand corrected, because that is a huge correction. Someone told me the fastest did over 200k encounters in War. The fastest has 241,000 encounters in War with over 10,000 eggs. Like, for reference, I've been playing this game for 17 hours a day, and the fastest is 20k ahead of me. 20k ahead. I'm playing 17 hours a day, and this fucking gamer is just going harder. They're just grinding hard. They're just grinding. They're just gaming. You're 20 hours minimum ahead of me shunting. That is insane. Like, that's the kind of shit that motivates me to fucking keep going and get more encounters and to push harder. That is insane. That's me showering. That's a shower tip. That is insane, the fastest. And to do all of that while streaming, I know how extra draining that is. Holy fuck, gamer. Someone said, why do people get banned so much in this game? I understand why it comes off like that. And from my understanding, PokeMMO does not ban more players than other games. If you break the rules, you will get banned. That's it. But we do see a lot, and we hear a lot more about bans within PokeMMO because of a few reasons. Number one, due to the alt account due to the alt accounts in PokeMMO, the lack of ability of multi-boxing, right? It prevents bot farms from existing in PokeMMO. No one is, there's no companies there's like no companies that like farm PokeMMO for profit. That is not the case in other free-to-play or other MMOs like World of Warcraft or classic, or sorry, old school RuneScape bots are a big problem, right? And any free, or like Mabinogi or any free-to-play MMO has a huge bot problem and a huge bot farm problem, right? Because companies can make bots that create the account and then bot the money and then sell the money for real world money, right? We don't have that problem in PokeMMO because of the no multi-boxing on one device rule. It's kind of a necessary evil. We're able to avoid bot farms because we can't play 2 accounts on one device. So that cuts down on a lot of mass bans. We actually have less bans, arguably, because of that. But what that also means is every player who does get banned gets banned as a player who turned to the dark side. Every player who gets banned is someone who is a legitimate player, not just a bot generally. Obviously, there are still bots. I'm not trying to say there's no bots, but usually it's a legitimate player who turns to botting versus a bot farm. If a bot farm gets a few accounts banned, they just bot new accounts. It's not worth their time to even try to appeal, right? But in PokeMMO, if someone turns to the dark side and gets their account banned, they're going to try to appeal to public, prize and say, oh, I'm innocent, blah, blah, blah. The problem is 99.9% of people who get banned are going to claim innocence, right? And only like 1% of those actually are. Like, false bans do happen and they do unban and things like that. But the problem is, if you're guilty, why would you not try to play innocence? Because you're already banned anyway, so there's no downside, which is like really shitty. Besides morals and holding to your guns, there's no downside logically, which is really sad, right? To like cry, but oh, I was unbanned fairly or banned fairly and banned unfairly, Shiny Warbrain, and yada yada yada. So you see a lot of forum posts. Whenever someone gets banned, they always gonna try to make some sort of like populist appeal to the community. Like, oh, I was banned unfairly, and then the devs almost always come out and say, bro, you literally RMT'd like 5 times with one of the most popular RMTers in the game. Like, they almost always come down and crack down some evidence. So players don't get banned more in PokeMMO. But it's kind of like how what's a good example of this? It's kind of like how like we see more of it. So like, oh, it's a good, there's gotta be some analogy here where like a lot of things aren't happening as much in the world right now, but because we see more of it on the internet and news outlets, we wouldn't have before, right? We think it's happening more. It's the seeing something happening more makes you think it's happening more, whereas statistically it might not be. You know what I mean? Humans are very drawn towards our anecdotal experiences, right? If I see 10 cats on the way to work, I might think, wow, there's a lot more wild or stray cats. But that's anecdotal. That's not data. Stray cat counts might be down, but I just happened to run into 10 cats on the way to work. You know what I mean? So because we see a lot of it and it's a loud minority, yeah, it feels that way. But if anything, in my opinion, feel free to disagree. In my opinion, there's probably less bans in PokeMMO on average compared to other free-to-play MMOs because we don't have to deal with bot farms, which is a huge fucking privilege. But it also, I kind of wish we could multi-box, you know, on one device, but it's a necessary evil in my opinion. Xanarchy says, not gonna lie, I want more pumpkin type activities. I could not agree with you more. Pumpkin is I prefer pumpkin over raids. It is my favorite piece of PvM content. Perma farmable would have to consume an item to enter, and there's like, yep, I love pumpkin. If you're not done pumpkin, the Halloween event has both. Someone was asked, like, is endgame PvM during the events single player or multiplayer? You have raids, which are like multiplayer and cooperative, and you have the pumpkin boss, which is single player. So Halloween is really good about having both. Other events don't always have those options. I love the Halloween. The Halloween event is probably my favorite event in PokeMMO because it has both options. And I like being able to grind single player if I want to, or also being able to socialize and grind in a group if I want to, and having that choice. I love the pumpkin boss. I love the pumpkin fight, man. I would love to see more PvM instances similar to that for sure, dude. It's a great. No one really talks about that. You know, it's always like raids. What's PvM instead of PvE? They're basically the same thing. PvM is just player versus monster. PvE is player versus environment. Maybe like sometimes people use PvE to mean like more generalized. Like PvE could be like trainer reruns, gym reruns, fighting the storyline, gyms, things like that. Whereas PvM is more like dungeons, more endgame raids, pumpkin. But that's like most people. It's just the same thing for the most part. I think RuneScape players say PvM and WoW players say PvE. It depends on what game you play. That's mostly it. Fairy male age group being 4K each, kind of nuts. I love telling players, like, it's a really good beginner farming method is to go farm like certain age groups of Pokemon for profit, dude. Very age group male. Yeah, any male Shroomish. If you're shunning Shroomish already, any male Shroomish 4K. Pikachu. That is kind of nuts, man. That is kind of nuts. Male fairy age group 4K minimum. Monsters sitting at Monsters cheap. 2K. Water A. Also 3K. Oh, closer to 3K. Bugged almost 4K as well. So bugs and fairy type males, good to farm right now. Flying probably doesn't have, I'm 3K-ish. Field's always super cheap. Field is more than I thought, man. Wow. Plant can be up sometimes. Plant is also 4K. This could be flipped. I mean, for like 1K profit. So plants, fairies, and bugs. All like 4K piece minimum. That's really good, man. All like 4K minimum right now. Dragons, you might be able to farm like male dragon, like Magikarps in the Safari Zone for like decent money right now. Nothing crazy, but like decent money, man. It's a solid time to be a grinder and a farmer right now in PokeMMO, man. Alrighty, fellas, I think we're gonna call it a little bit early on day 17. Is that today? Day 17. I'm just getting so sleepy, and I've got to focus my energy on staying awake and shiny hunting. So we're gonna call it here for the stream. I appreciate you guys. It's still an 8-hour and 40-minute stream. So when I say call it a little bit early, you know, let's be honest, right? Thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, if you learned something new, if you had a little fun today in the stream. Dislike if you didn't. Subscribe for daily Pokemon videos. Follow me on Twitch for streams like this live to see shiny moments live like we had today. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. If you want to go above and beyond and support the content, YouTube memberships, Twitch subs, PayPal, Venmo, all that jazz. Have a great day. I will see you guys later, and good luck on all your shinies. But for now, peace, Reno. Yo, what's up? Outro Patrouski here, and I want to take this moment to say thank you to everybody who goes above and beyond, and thank you as the viewer to making it to the end of the video. I hope it was helpful today and maybe even a little bit of fun. Thanks again for watching, and have a good one.